Frank Lloyd Wright once said, "Study nature. Love nature. Stay close to nature. It will never fail you."
Our Quoizel Natural Collection is inspired by the beauty in nature. Creating lighting products from nature's own materials connects us to Mother Earth, and it provides a warm and comforting ambiance in our homes. Hi, I'm Todd Phillips from Quoizel, and in this throwaway world of synthetics and plastics, Quoizel Natural's lighting products have permanence and timeless design. Look at these natural striations moving so fluidly through these beautiful onyx cylinders in our Kyle collection. These onyx shades emit a warm, amber glow and are enhanced by Quoizel's hand-forged iron frames, which perfectly complement these beautiful onyx forms. Transforming the onyx from its natural state to these cylinders takes the combined effort of modern technology and old-world craftsmanship.
Beneath green forest and brown soil, the earth is revealing layer upon layer of geologic treasure. Rock and mineral that had been hidden is now carved away from where they have laid for millions of years. Deep in the side of this quarry, giant slabs are being extracted, block after block awaiting separation. It takes a massive chainsaw to accomplish this, here extending horizontally 13 feet into the rock, slowly cutting away a 20-ton section of solid mass. After the same process is repeated vertically, the slab will be transported up to the factory floor for trimming. It's imperative for the block to be as flat as possible across the top so that the machines will be able to evenly cut it into smaller workable sections. The friction of the diamond-tipped blade against the block is so intense and creates so much heat that the water must continually be poured over the point of contact to keep the machinery from overheating. Now that the 40,000-pound slab has been turned out, the real process of cutting it into smaller portions begins. The machine can be programmed to make cuts to the desired thickness needed, be it thin for flooring tile and countertops, or thicker for shades used in lighting. After the onyx cylinder is turned on a lathe and hollowed out, the shade's form has taken shape, but it is far from finished. It is the polishing that will bring it to life. Like a potter using a spinning wheel to shape his clay, craftsmen here use the speed of the wheel to build friction between onyx and the sandpaper pad, removing stone grip from the shade's surface. And while one artisan is polishing and applying tough, constant pressure to the onyx, others are working with fire, heating the iron rods that will be bent into the beautifully curved and graceful forms that create this handmade fixture. The shade is then scrubbed in water to remove any last traces of grit, and then the surface is sealed. Finally, the mineral's true luster is able to shine through. The veins glisten, and the onyx, now ready to be illuminated, is complemented by the iron, hand-forged by the master craftsman.
Just as beautiful as the onyx from the Kyle collection is another marvel of nature, and that is the red agate. This stone has a passionate fire-like glow. It's as if there's a volcano still burning within. And you'll see as the light radiates through this dome with all the gradations of color, that it looks like a dazzling sunset.
Agate, a semi-precious stone, is a translucent variety of quartz and is prized for its color and banded patterns streaking across its surface. These wavy, often horizontal lines are formed by silica deposits in the groundwater that seeps into the cavities of igneous or fire-formed rocks. It's in these cavities that the agate is created. It's the mineral's impurities that give agates their patterns and colors. Because of agate's porous nature, it is often dyed, but Quoizel's agate stones are naturally rich in color. From deep reds and pinks to translucent oranges, these gradations provide workers who hand-wrap every single stone in copper foil an abundance of choice for each shade's design. Creating the shade begins with a simple temporary form. The craftsman will use this to provide support for the agate as he begins the long process of welding each stone into place. Depending on the size of the shade, this could mean choosing hundreds of agates for just one piece. The craftsman will often try several stones until he finds an agate just the right size and color. It is a trial and error process that results in beautifully unique stone mosaics. After selecting the final piece to complete his artistic puzzle, the welding begins in earnest, completely filling in all the gaps between the agate to permanently secure them to each other. Like mountain peaks towering over a molten gray river, the agate is forever welded into place, both on the outside and, with the base now removed, the inside. All traces of the stone's copper foil wrapping will be buried under a layer of hot metal. Finally, a chemical agent is brushed onto the shade, and within minutes the silver-toned metal seams will dramatically darken towards black, and the transformation from separate organic elements to singular work of art is complete. Just as an agate shade beautifully illuminates the weight of the stone, its counterpart in mica reflects stone at its most sheer and delicate. For centuries, mica has been prized for its translucence, even being used as a window material by villagers in the town of Muscovy, Russia, which is why mica is often referred to as muscovite. Like agate, mica is one of the rocks formed by volcanic activity, and ribbons of it are often found in granite and pegamite deposits. Its almost cellophane-like nature is what distinguishes mica from other rocks, and its highly compressed and textured layers can be pulled apart almost like incredibly thin pages in a book. But mica's most extraordinary quality is that of a fireproofing material, something colonial Americans relied on when they used sheer slices of white mica as windows in early model cooking ovens. In the late 1800s, esteemed designer Gustav Stickley took note of mica's unique combination of sheerness and the ability to withstand heat, and decided to use the material to make lampshades for his arts and crafts fixtures. And more than a century later, innovative use of mica continues with our Quoizel designers, who were inspired to stain the mica with a soft green pigment. We then developed a technique for laminating natural leaves onto the surface of the mica to create an authentic artistic statement in lighting. A breathtaking conversation piece that dramatically brings the outdoors inside your home.
Mica has become a prominent part of the Quoizel Naturals collection. We use it in many diverse combinations with different metals because of the sheer surface which creates a natural soft light. These are more than just lights. These are conversation pieces and art forms that will be collected and cherished for many generations to come.
Because mica is such a great natural diffuser of light, it offers a wonderful backdrop that enhances any material it is paired with. For this drum shade, that material is hand-formed metal filigree. The concentric design is achieved by first bending the metal spike at one end and on a different machine curling the remaining section. The swirls are then meticulously set into a temporary frame and welded together. Finally, the craftsman will curve each long filigree panel into a seamless cylinder, creating a unique contemporary design.
Pen shells highlight yet another wonder of nature. Our Monterey series sparkles like fine jewelry, taking advantage of the beautiful mother-of-pearl iridescence on the saltwater shell. Now look what happens when we turn the light on. It turns from an iridescence to a very soft, natural glow.
With surfaces shaped from the constant pressure of ocean water on shell, these iridescent, beautifully reflective seashells offer a finer, more delicate look. Like mother-of-pearl, these fragments of clamshell bounce the light. Their natural variations of white, to beige to amethyst, creating a playful landscape that is so natural and yet wonderfully decorative. Gathered from the seafloors of the Western Pacific, Quoizel's craftswomen carefully sort through the pen shells, looking for just the right color and the most interesting striations to cover the bare surface of the fixture's shade. Using a special glue, hundreds and at times even thousands of tiny pen shells are affixed to the form. After grout has been rubbed all over the fixture's surface to set the pattern in place, the excess material is wiped away, leaving a one-of-a-kind mosaic treasure.
For more than 80 years, Quoizel has stood for value and innovative design. So consider investing in a Quoizel Naturals lighting product and bring timeless beauty and design into your home. These collections are not luminaires to be replaced over time. They are personal collectible treasures to be appreciated and passed on through your families for many generations to come.